Maggie Frana in the house. How you feeling?
I'm just so happy right now, just with
I,
how everything's been going.
I guarantee it. So let's just start with the obvious.
Yeah.
State champs.
Yeah.
How's it feel? Tell me about it. Obviously, I wasn't there. Did y'all just run the table? Were there some intense games? Were there some up and down games? Or did you all just go beat everybody up pretty good?
Well, so for the semifinals, it was a pretty close game, just because we weren't hitting threes as much in the first half. But honestly, I think we played pretty good in the second half, and that's how we won that game. But the championship game was quite hard. First quarter, we were down 10-0 to the team with the number one player in the country. But we came back and it was literally back and forth the entire time. It was like 2 points this way, like then we make a free throw, three. It was all over the place. But we kept the lead most of the time. But it was really intense at the end, especially with all the fans getting really rowdy. So
That is awesome. Who had the most fans there? You guys or them, or was it kind of even?
I think that we had the most fans, and they were more in a group. Their fans were kind of spread out. We didn't have as much students, but I think that the parents really made up for it. As the fans, they got really loud, especially my dad. He got really excited, so.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Good for your pops. He's the man. So that makes it sweeter. Like if I'm going to win a Super Bowl or a high school state
Yeah.
championship or regardless, Maggie Frana officially has done more in sports than I ever did. I never won a championship, unfortunately, but I would want it to be like that. I wouldn't want it to
Yeah.
just be a blowout. I would want it to
Yeah.
be overcoming adversity. Getting down by 10 is definite
Yes.
adversity. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So number one player in the country, she was a senior.
No, she's a junior right now.
Just obviously pretty good player, huh?
Yeah, Jelani, she plays for Team USA. She can probably go wherever she wants to
Yep.
school.
Pick of the litter, huh? What school did y'all beat for the championship?
In the championship we beat Ensworth.
Nice.
And last year we lost to them in the semifinals, and they had like all D1 players on their team. Jelani's sister was on the team. She went to Kentucky, but she's now transferring. But it was really tough, and it was just kind of hard because we were going in like we have to beat this team because they beat us last year, so we had to come back. Really.
It was revenge. So did they
Yes.
win state last year?
Yes, they did.
So y'all took it from them. They tried.
Yes.
Was that did they repeat last year for a second one? Would this have been a third, or would this have been two?
No, the year before they got beat by Hutchinson, which is they beat Ensworth in the semifinals, and Hutchinson beat Catholic in the finals. And Hutchinson, it was an all-girl school. They had a lot of D1 players, but we played them in sub-state last year and we blew them out by like 25.
I love it. So no repeat for you, Ensworth. Catholic
Nope.
girls had something to say about it. Catholic in the house. Well,
Yeah.
Dickey and Surlis and all those guys just keep stacking state championships in
Yeah.
so many different sports. Is the tennis team still number one?
Yes, the tennis team is I'm pretty sure they're number one.
Public service announcement to Catholic high school. The boys need to step it up.
Oh, I agree. And I was talking about this with my dad because I'm really glad to go to Catholic, a school where I get this education, but no one really like looks at the girls' tennis team or the girls' basketball team. Everyone talks about the boys' basketball team and the football team, and it just really shows how like us in the volleyball team winning and tennis winning the state championships the last couple of years. It's just really shown how like women's sports have been becoming more stronger for Catholic.
That is awesome. Stronger is an understatement. You guys are running the show.
Yeah.
You guys are the ones hanging banners all over the school. Well, I know Luke Smith will get the boys right. They're obviously
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
talented. Him being a first-year coach out of college, that's my guy. I love Luke.
Yeah, he's the best.
And get the football team back rolling. They obviously got a lot of work ahead of them.
Yes.
They kind of hit a roadblock there. But either way, the girls are rocking.
Yeah, I
that's-
agree.
That is awesome. Good for you. Well, you all deserve the love. Coming from the Hut Hut podcast, Catholic girls are taking no prisoners in all sports, wearing people's butts out. That is awesome. So you're a junior.
Sophomore.
You're a sophomore.
Yeah.
Good for you. So you got 2 years left. You think you guys can get another one?
I really hope so because next year we have a lot of freshmen and sophomores, and we'll be a lot more experienced because we will be experiencing loss of Jasmine, and she's a really good and strong point guard. But we'll still have Sydney and just the other people from this year who know our system, and I think we'll just be able to start building our culture and building off of this.
That's wild. So you lose one starter, or
Yeah.
one main key player that kind of runs the show, the point
Yes.
guard, And then all you girls that are younger, y'all got years and years to keep building.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's true.
Ensworth thought the same thing, and y'all stomped that butt. So don't get feeling too good. Y'all keep grinding.
Yeah, I agree.
That is awesome. Well, you got your Catholic shirt on. Maggie forgot her hat, but we had to put the headphones on anyway. So she had the Catholic State Championship hat she was going to wear today. I'm proud of you, woman. You were one of our first female members, I'm pretty sure, if not the first.
Yeah.
When I first hired Emily, she's like, "Listen, Lee, there's a few girls that I can't lose them.
Yeah.
I will not take the job if these girls aren't here." And you were one of the first ones. So I know you and Emily go way back. Talk about Emily a little bit. Let's throw Emily some love. She doesn't like when we throw too much love, so let's embarrass her.
No, I love Emily. She's so funny, and I'm trying to think of embarrassing things about her. But I don't know. It was just I would wake up every 2 mornings a week, and I would go to Rocky Top CrossFit to work out with Emily. And it'd be 5:30 in the morning. I'd be so mad and drowsy, but Emily always made it better, and she always pushed me, so it was the best.
That's awesome. Yeah, she still does we've changed our schedule around a little bit since all our combine guys are here, but me and her did the 6:15 together for a long time. Now Rich has picked up a couple 6:15s so that Em could really get to know all the kids in the afternoon sessions as well.
Yeah.
She was just completely taking that morning session, which was great.
Yeah.
She had her group of kids, and Emily does such a good job. But yeah, you were one of the main ones. She's like, "Lee, we got to get her over here." So I think she called your dad, and it was a done deal. So one of our first girl members, like I said, I'm pretty sure you might have been the first.
Yeah.
Now state champion. So we'll brag about that here and love on you. Not that we had anything to do with it. That's all you.
No, it's okay.
But you might be our first state champion that's a Triple F member. We might need to hang your picture on the wall or something.
I didn't really think of that.
There you go. Right here, Maggie Frana, first ever state champion as a Triple F member. We need to put a plaque of you somewhere. That is awesome. Well, so talk to me about Triple F. And obviously, you were locked into basketball.
Yeah.
Do you play any other sports following up basketball?
Well, I just started today my track season. I do shot put and discus, and I did do hurdles last year, but I was not very good at that. But those other two, I just started those last year, and I really found it to be really fun because they were. Not that I don't want to break from basketball, because I obviously do AAU, but it was a little bit more of a chill sport to do.
So when you look at basketball season, we're hitting the mic here. Hut. When you look at basketball season, obviously you practice every day.
Yeah.
So how strenuous is track compared to basketball? Is it every day too?
Well, I did do track practice every single day, and I would also lift on a lot of those days. So it wasn't too straining, though, because I was the only girl thrower on my team, and there's only one other boy thrower. It kind of changed this year. There's other boy throwers. But I would just be out there all by myself, and honestly found it kind of peaceful, even though when it was, rainy and soggy, because we have grass throwing pit, it's really hard. But I just found it to be a lot peaceful because I was always with a team, and I love being with a team because I love working in groups and talking to people. But I also enjoyed having that time by myself to just relax and just throw.
Absolutely. There's nothing that prepares you for life more than team sports.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like you. I got to have my alone time. I kind of like working out alone every once in a while.
Yeah.
When I get in the sauna, I don't want any of these other stinky, big, ugly guys in there with me. I want to read my Bible devotional or just listen to some Christian music and just get my alone time. I have to have it too. So I understand what you're saying. The throwing, it's over in the corner by the football practice field, back there in the corner, right? Yeah. We were out there practicing last year. Saw it a bunch. Well, Em was a thrower back in the day too, huh?
Yeah, so that's where we kind of related because she played basketball. And then she also told me about how she was really good at throwing and broke a state record, and she was state champion. And I want that to be one of my goals because even though I'm not really focused on track as much as I am basketball, I really want to try to succeed very far in track.
I tell Emily all the time, she's jacked up, so she could beat up most of our boy members around here.
I agree. I believe that 100%.
No doubt about it. They're all scared of her. They're a lot more scared of her than they are me. But we need to get her out there and let her throw one day and see if she still got it.
I know. I wanna go against her.
Absolutely. We'll drag her out there one day. We'll peer pressure and tell her that she's got to go out there and help you see if she can still launch it. That's awesome. Well, let's talk about the most important part. And this is the first ever time we've talked about this on the podcast. The most important part of being at Catholic and having to travel to Nashville so much, and even Memphis sometimes with the teams y'all play, you always get to hit up Buc-ee's on your way back.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming y'all, because we already talked about it, so I'm not assuming I know. We stopped at Buc-ee's on the way back from the state championship.
Yeah.
Our media guy here and boss man of the Triple F podcast said that he saw a slew of Catholic folks come rolling in, didn't really know what was going on. Obviously, it was you all coming back from your state championship win. So talk about Buc-ee's. Why is Buc-ee's awesome?
Well, I think Buc-ee's is just fun. Well, first of all, I feel like it's a Southern thing. Like, this is our thing to claim. And it just is like, I feel like the energy in there is so good. It kind of sounds silly, but it's just there's so many people rushing around, and everyone seems happy in Buc-ee's. And it's just kind of, like, funny. Because I just think it's really funny because it's literally, like, Buc-ee the Beaver. And, like, it's just everywhere. And there's, like, bikinis of Buc-ee and like all this stuff, and the food is really good too. Like, I enjoy it, so I just think it's a fun experience you have to try.
It is wild. When we would come back from all our football games with the football team, I always had the lineman with me in my van. Sorry, Coach Surlis, if I wasn't supposed to tell anybody that. I don't know if that's against school rules, but I would always take the lineman with me, and we had such a blast.
Yes.
I've never seen anyone in Buc-ee's in a bad mood.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I think it's so great, because everyone is happy to be there.
Absolutely. The workers, the people there, the looks on people's faces, from kids to grandmas. I'm a big energy guy, too.
Yeah.
Like, I love good energy. I don't want to be around energy vampires.
Same. We talk about that a lot with the team. We read a book, The Energy Bus, and our emphasis on last year was no energy vampires, because one person can just suck the life out of the whole team. So.
100%. And team sports, once again, is the biggest preparer for life. If Emily is in a really bad mood, which she never is, but if she's in a really bad mood, it affects all of us. If I'm in a really bad mood, it affects all of us. And that's what sports prepares you for, is just like our team here at Triple F. Me, Emily, Rich, Adarius, Heather, Karen, Nate. You know, we got some interns and other folks coming around. Like, that's a non-negotiable. You got to bring the juice. If you're not fired up and excited to be here, then it trickles down to the kids and our young athletes, and that's just, we're never going to roll that way.
Yeah.
And team sports taught me that, because you're exactly right. When you get that one just grumpy teammate, it's like, man, here we go again. He's in a bad mood. Well, cool. That's cool. What's your coach's name? What's the girls' basketball coach's name?
Travis Maines.
Travis, I'm sure I've seen him. I know I've seen him a couple times.
You've definitely seen him.
In the weight room and around. I've talked to him a few times, too. I just can't.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Maines out there, congratulations, old buddy.
Yeah.
State champs. Is that his first championship?
I think he said that there's been moments that he's been close to winning or getting to the state championship, but I think this is his first state championship, and he's really trying to emphasize that, like, this is a really special moment, and who knows, we might not be able to do it again in the future, so he's like please just take advantage of this right now, because like all of the odds were in our favor, and yeah.
Was he fired up?
Yes, he was really fired up. And we all get, at least me, I get really nervous. I was a hot mess on Thursday night, I will not lie. But I could tell he was getting a little bit nervous too, because sometimes the feeling is just like, this can happen. Like, multiple times in the championship game, I felt so emotional. I almost started crying on the court, because I was like, we're literally going to win. But I'm like, gotta focus before we win. But I was like, I can just feel it. Like, it was so overwhelming.
That is the best. There's momentum is real. Momentum in sports is real. I don't care what anybody says. It's like when you walk off the field in football terms, like, even when a bad play happens, it's weird how you just have this feeling of like, I know we're still going to win. Yeah. And when you have that feeling, it's very rare that you end up losing. Yes. Just that momentum, the energy, that is good stuff. That makes me so excited. Well, so talked about Catholic a little bit. Everybody that comes on here, I let them give a shout out to their school. So since first female member, first female on the Hut Hut podcast, first state champion, Maggie's got a bunch of firsts on here. Talk to me about Catholic a little bit, and then we'll finish up with talking about Triple F and this place and your experience here. But why do you love Catholic? I know you talked about the education a minute ago, but what else? Just talk to me about it a little bit.
Well, I just really think, especially last year coming in as a freshman, the environment at Catholic was so amazing, and it's just it seems everyone is so carefree, and like, also, I know there's some people who are going through stuff, but everyone seems in a really good mood, and that's what I also love about the basketball team is we'll see each other in the hallway and just get so excited. And it's even more fun today because we won a state championship, so we're really fired up about that. And just everyone really cares about each other. Everyone supports each other, just, like, coming to each other's games and, like, telling them congratulations. It's just a really like high energy environment. I really like it.
That's good stuff. So today was the first day back at school as a state champion.
Yeah.
So y'all were fired up. The whole school was loving on y'all and congratulating you. That's one thing it's no secret. Me and Brody went to Bearden.
Yeah.
We were at Catholic last year, and there's obviously no hard feelings for me. Jason Serlis will be a friend of mine forever. I talked to him yesterday. He actually was at the basketball gym and watching his nephew, I think, and my younger boy was playing Brock, my little crazy one. So we were texting back and forth, and obviously I got a lot of love for so many folks over there.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I'll say, and that's why we chose Catholic in the first place, was when you walk in that school, it's just a special place. It really is. You can feel the energy.
Yeah, and I feel like part of why it's so high energy is just because I feel like Catholic does a really good job of, like representing God and stuff, and just how we go to church. Like, we'll obviously have all school mass, but we go to like daily mass sometimes, and everyone has to take a religion class whether they like it or not, but it's always just a really fun experience. And you can just tell that because not everyone at Catholic is Catholic, but there's just a presence that everyone like really is there for God, and everyone loves God. So
Wow, I'm getting chill bumps. You Catholic?
yes.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out how the diocese and the Catholic and all that wild stuff. Father Chris, I think, right?
Yes.
That's my dog. He's
I've known him since I was little.
He's the best. He actually. So I was the best man in my cousin's wedding, and Father Chris was the one that married him.
Oh.
He runs a church out in Halls where.
Yeah, St. Albert the Great.
Yep. There you go. So. And then obviously getting to be around him, and he's just so cool and just fired up for Jesus or God and Jesus. Mary, once again, I'm trying to get it right here. I guess all of them, right? But he's so fired up for the Word, and I told him I'm going to take him to lunch one day. I want to pick his brain on the whole Catholic deal. But that's what was cool, too, is Brody would come home, because we're not Catholic.
Yeah.
But obviously we're doing a Bible study here at Triple F in a few minutes. And we're fired up for Jesus around here, and it's been a big part of what Triple F is.
Yeah.
And it was non-negotiable. And we have members all over the place. We have non-believers. We have members of all different faiths and backgrounds. But Jesus was going to be present here. And that's kind of the way Brody's been raised. But he'd come home and he'd be so excited to tell me something he learned from the Catholic side.
Yes.
And just it was different. And he was excited about it. He can be like, Dad, this is so much like what we think. And I'm like, well, Brody, it's not like aliens and and people from the moon. Like we're all going to the same place one day. It's just a little bit of different views, but that's cool. That's cool for you to say that. I haven't we don't have that many members from CAK or Grace, surprisingly. It's starting to crank up now. We've gotten a few over the last little bit, but I'm sure they would say the same thing. Anytime God is present, Jesus, Mary, God, regardless of who you pray through and how you pray, like the big man upstairs, when he's present, it just fires me up, and to be around kids, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, I see you light up when you talk about God. Fires me up a lot more than that state championship you won. Because I know we're going to be together for 100 million years, me and you, Maggie, just in a different place, which is going to be cool. I don't know if you can take that state championship banner with you through the pearly gates, but maybe they'll let you. Maybe. Well, let's talk about Triple F. Talk to me.
Well, I just really like the environment of Triple F because I obviously enjoy being around my friends from my school, but I make like new friends, and I just like I see friends that I've known before, like me and Mia. We started playing on a basketball team in 7th grade, and we never really talked that much, but through Triple F we just get to work out with each other and go with each other, and then when it comes around basketball season we get to play against each other, so it makes it really fun. And I just really like how the coaches push us in, because I just like being pushed. I'm a very competitive person, and I like the setup of the workouts, especially like varsity in season, and like based on how you are like strength wise, because some days I would not be able to do the full workout and I need to let my body rest. And I really like how recovery is very I don't know, it's like very suggested here.
Yes. Yep.
Very supported here. And along with the competitive part, I really like coming here and just because people try to bring down the girls sometimes, not people here, but you know how people kind of overlook girls, and I like to try to be competitive and try to beat the boys at my school who think they're all that. So
I love it. Speak to me, woman. That's what I'm talking about. I tell people all the time, I wanted to make sure that everyone knew this was not just a football facility, number one,
Yes.
because of what I did for a living for a long time, and number two, that it wasn't just boys around here. So you girls have become my favorite fast.
Yeah.
You work your butts off, and it's obviously a competitive environment. But I love that you said that. It warms my heart because there's certain things that I wanted to happen, and then when you tell me those are the things you've noticed,
Yeah.
I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about not all the workouts being the same.
Yeah.
When you're an elite athlete, if you play in the WNBA one day, you're going to need those recovery days. You're going to need a different workout plan in season.
Yes.
All that stuff was very important to me, being a professional athlete, to bring that to you youngsters of like, hey guys, this is how you have to operate in season, out of season. And we haven't seen you as much in season, and that's okay. But with Rich and Em and having a plan around you and taking care of you year round to make sure you thrive and you're actually noticing it and enjoy it and love it,
Yes.
that fires me up.
Yeah.
Fires me up. Well, Maggie, if I told you how highly I thought of you, there wouldn't be enough time.
Oh, thank you.
You've been awesome. You are exactly what Triple F is all about. From day one, you work your butt off, and you do outwork those boys, and you do beat them.
Thanks.
All you Catholic boys that think you're all that, try to win a championship before you mess with Maggie. How about
I
that?
agree.
She's out here tearing your butt up. But I love it. I'm proud of you, woman. Good job. Keep grinding. See if y'all can repeat, and keep being you, because you're a special, special young lady.
Thank you so much.
All right, woman, you got it. Hut, hut, we're out.